wanted to play trumpet. I don't know why.
Okay. I might have actually known that.
But I had braces. So when I tried out for the school band, my music teacher, Mrs. Gross, said I'd be no good at trumpet, but she thought I had good rhythm, and I had no interest in drums. And then she showed me, Neil Peart or some great drummer going to town, and I was like, okay, yeah, I do want to do that. So I played drums first, and I played that for like 8 or 9 years, through high school. But somewhere in high school, I started picking up guitar too. I was like all about jazz band and marching band. Our drum line was like Atlantic Coast Champions. Yeah. I was totally a band kid.
When did you write your first song?
Senior year of high school.
What song was that? Do you remember it?
Yeah. I remember it because my dad quoted it in my yearbook, and it's like the cheesiest line. It's like something about holding on to the tail of a shooting star. Some cheese love song.
I like that. Have you played it ever since then? Have you ever played it?
No.
No?
No. I feel like I could find it.
Nice.
I was just getting into finger picking, so it was like some forever. Just do that forever, something like that.
This is kind of like a goofy question. I stole this from Dave Barnes. If aliens were invading the world, and you had to they have no concept of music. What is music? They don't listen to music. They're very mechanically minded or whatever. What 3 songs in your life that you have influenced you or whatever, 3 songs that you've heard, would you use to teach an alien about this is what music is? This is what it is. It doesn't have to be Stairway to Heaven, the most amazing song of all time, but how would you say this is music? What 3 songs would you use for that?
Ooh. I'd probably that's a good question. The aliens speak English?
Yeah, you can
they
communicate.
Understand lyrics?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I guess first one doesn't matter with that. I would go with Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy.
Okay.
Debussy. And probably Life on Mars by David Bowie.
That's ironic.
Yeah. Wow, that's so hard. Wow, that's hard.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
If you don't get it right, if you don't complete the triangle.
Yeah, there's only one right answer. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'd say I'm trying to think of a good Radiohead, something ethereal, something very yeah, okay, probably How to Disappear Completely. It's not even my favorite Radiohead song, but it's just a good, super vibe heavy, a lot more atmosphere. So yeah, 3 would be, so I'd say Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy, Life on Mars, David Bowie, and How to Disappear Completely, Radiohead.
So what about those 3? Walk me through that.
I think Claude Debussy really is a master of musical themes. He'll create a melody, and then throughout his song he'll change the key, or he'll move things from major to minor kind of deal, stuff like that, but have the theme repeat. And I think it's really cool. I think repetition has a lot to do with music and why we connect with it so much. And then to have the landscape ever changing underneath it is such a awesome representation of life, I think.
That's good.
David Bowie, Life on Mars, I do think it's a little ironic or whatever, but genuinely, that was one of the first songs when I was a kid, in high school. That was wow, this song is more than just I love you, I miss you, or whatever. It's it sounds like the world's gonna end if he doesn't get through what he has to say. And I like that it's it's still very emotional, but some more conceptually based lyrics, and the orchestration's awesome. And Radiohead's How to Disappear Completely. I think it's not even my favorite Radiohead song. I was just trying to think of a good, very like ethereal, you know, they really just set a mood and a vibe and just really surround you in it, just put you in it.
Right.
You know, the lyrics matter, but it's not a story, you know.
Yeah.
Catching a full emotion or something like that.
It's like, which of your songs would you use
to show aliens?
To show an alien, like, the dude's never experienced music before, and you have the only music in the world.
Yeah.
So all your songs.
Mm. Man, that's so good. That's a really good question.
I'm trying to think of your songs too, like that I would.
I think I don't know if it's the best answer, but I'd say Hi-Fi off our album Hi-Fi Underside.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that was like for us like a little bit of a you know, something opened up with production, like figuring a lot of that stuff out, and then also orchestration. I think that was like really just going to town and just pure experimenting and having fun. And then I'd probably anytime we just released it, I'm just naturally still excited about it.
Did you write all those songs, or did you and Phil write those songs, or did you, Phil, and Christian write those songs, or how'd that kind of come out, like way early on in your songwriting career?
I feel like I wrote the songs, but they were always in the room, so it was very collaborative. You know, it's hard to like draw the line.
Yeah.
I feel like I came up with all the lyrics, but it's the same with Phil. Phil was like, we lived together for a lot of the earliest stuff, so he was constantly there, and he was coming from being a saxophone player, and like he wouldn't call himself a keyboardist, but he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I've heard him play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but anyways, jumping on drums, he'd definitely be my sounding board for everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know, it's very collaborative.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think that I would have written all the songs I have, but they wouldn't have the life that they do, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. So like when you write a song, do you sit down and think, okay, like today I'm gonna write a song and I'll block out time, or is it more of a like I'm working and whoa, this just hit me, I gotta write this down? Like what's predominant in your songwriting process? Where does inspiration start, I guess?
I feel like I kind of had this I feel like I always early on was like really scared of cornering myself or like writer's block, and I don't even know where I got this concept or whatever, but I kind of decided to only start believing in things that aid me, which sounds like a scary naive thing just saying it out loud, but in respect, so then for me I started thinking about writer's block as like not a real thing, but like the idea that it's just an exercise, writing, and if I could get it to be like brushing my teeth, where it's just like all the time, like if I could take away the pressure of like I'm gonna make something great now, then like, and I just continue making stuff, that hopefully greater things will come.
Yeah. So
anyways, I try to just write regularly, like even if it's just like 20 minutes and it's not happening, whatever, but I try to sit down with it pretty often. There was a while, this is early on, I was trying to write a song a day. Again, I heard someone else did this and I was like, wow. And nothing directly good ever came out of it. These would be such bad songs typically, but I don't know, it was good exercise, and it would lead me to like, this song's not very good, but hey, that verse melody is pretty decent. Right. I should rework that, whatever. I don't really do that anymore, but
It's a lot.
Yeah. I think the songs that get completed more often are the music first. But, man, I have so many notes of single lines or choruses or verses and voice memos of me driving being like beatboxing and singing the melody. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of whatever's the most exciting, I think, is what I'll keep, writing and working on.
That's good.
I feel like early days, I had this idea that, like, only the ones who, like, kill themselves make it. So
that's what I'm gonna do.
And it was miserable.
Yeah.
For me and everyone around me.
Yeah.
And this past year, obviously has been crazy for everyone. And I think I found myself having trouble fully expressing just in words how I felt or my thoughts or whatever. Outside of like COVID and everyone being separated, it's funny, I lost someone in my life around the same time, and I think without recognizing it at the moment, it's like, I feel like when you experience loss, authenticity gets challenged by like the need for human connection. So like I found myself, and I'd see it on social medias with so many other people too, but just trying to act like everything's good, life's good, just moving up, up and up. And anyways, it's funny, the one thing throughout the year that stayed pretty real or whatever, where I was unfiltered, was just writing songs. And I wrote a lot of songs, just going through this stuff. And at the time I was like, I think maybe this is just like my journal entries of songs, And I don't think most of them fit Hot Jam Factory. But, now that the year's done and reconnecting with myself, I'm like, I like these songs, and there's, it's like the silver lining, or like, good things.
Yeah. Turned into something good.
Yeah, exactly. Some lemonade from the lemons.
That's right. Put a little sugar in it.
Yeah. I heard Bruce Springsteen say that his greatest songs came out in like 5-10 minutes at a time. And like, I feel like I get that. I don't know if I feel the exact same way. But I feel like those songs, like when that happens, it's like really just genuine, just really raw, to the point. Like something has to get out. Miss her hand entwined in mine, wish she'd laugh like no other. Sunlight taken to her eyes when we'd walk down by the water. And it feels wrong waking up without her there. The nights are long. To my side, but she's nowhere to be found. And I don't want to let her go if it's over now. Why is it so hard to let her go away? wanna hear her speak her mind. Miss our talks together. When she'd sing, we'd harmonize. Long car drives are never better. I know we'd be alright if we never talked again. But I believe we would just start to really dig in. And now I don't wanna let her go. If it's over now, was it so hard to let her go And if this is what you want, then I want it too. But it's been so long, and if you're still blue, maybe you miss me too.